And we're going to go live here.
Thank you.
Goodness.
Welcome to In the Know with Steph and Joe. In the Know with Steph and Joe is all about small business development. Now, these two entrepreneurs bring real life experience, laughter, and a ton of knowledge on how to build your small business and make it thrive. This is your creation. Now learn how to make it sing. If you have questions, reach out to Steph and Joe at 216thenet@gmail.com. Just put Steph and Joe in the subject line. Of course, In the Know with Steph and Joe brought to you through the financial support of our good friends over at Restoration One and Steph's Bookkeeping. And lest we forget our good friends at Epic Media. When the continued growth of technology these days, it's essential that you have an effective internet marketing strategy in place for your business. Whether you need a custom website designed or help integrating your social media accounts to your business marketing program, we are the company you want to rely on for that. Check them out at epicmediainc.com. Of course, if you're taking a look at the screen, that is our good friend Steph in studio. That does not much better looking than Joe, but hey, Joe is a good looking cat, and Joe is out there on the road right now. He's our roving reporter this week. But Steph, you want to introduce Michelle and your guest, and let's get this party rocking.
All right. So, hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We weren't sure if Joe was going to be able to make it, so
He may.
we were lucky enough to get a guest co-host today, Michelle Meintz from Clean Bee. Michelle, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself and your business before we get the show started?
Hi, I'm Michelle with Clean Bee. We are a carpet cleaning and protector textile. We are located in Lake Moore. We do all your textiles in the house, upholstery, tile, grout, area rug. And we also fix the area rugs, which is pretty cool.
I think he's frozen. If not, he's creepily staring at us.
So I'm here. Can you hear me?
Now we got you.
Yeah, we could hear you. Your like face is frozen in a very you look. It's
mad.
very scary.
He looks mad.
Yeah.
Looks mad.
Looks like
Is it really bad?
Looks like he's ready to rob a bank or something.
I might be.
Contemplating something. That's the look I see.
Right, they're contemplating.
Sorry. Okay, go ahead, Michelle.
So, yeah, Michelle, my husband and I own Clean Bee Carpet Cleaning in Lake Moore. We've been around for about 17 years. And we're excited to be on here today.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had to mute Joe. He was background.
He's like, this sucks.
But yeah, so I guess thanks so much for coming in so last minute to the studio. And we figured you'd be a perfect guest for the topic because today we are talking about what are you grateful for and how small business owners and people give back to their referral partners, their clients, their employees, all of that. And I feel like you and your company is a very well-rounded department. So especially since I know, because my son works for you, so I know how well you take care of him.
Oh,
so
that's nice. I didn't know Eli was working.
I think he had. Eli would not have been okay at the party this past week. That was not a safe zone for a little boy in accent.
He would have learned something new. But so I'm hoping that we get some other small business owners or people out there in general that want to chime in on Facebook or click the link just to kind of let us know, what are you grateful for going into this holiday season? What about, how are you navigating through the holiday season as a business owner? I feel like that's kind of a difficult struggle, but we'll start off with the fun stuff of being grateful. So how do you guys give back to, what are some things that you guys do as suggestions out there for other small business owners that are struggling with ideas for your employees?
For the employees. Well, we have, since we started, one of the things that Dave and I went on is Dave grew up we both had worked in the corporate world, and one of the things we saw a lot of people doing was the whole ham and turkey thing, which fantastic. That's great. Of course, now there's a huge shortage for the turkeys. So instead of doing that, we kind of like the idea of at Thanksgiving time, giving them a gift card to purchase I'm far away. What we like, something they could have for themselves, whether it's cooking, going to grandma's house, mom's house, whatever, but something they can bring with them, which was pretty awesome. And it's gotten to be something they look forward to every year. And we love doing it. It's cool to see them, like, especially the new people, like, they're like, wow, this is cool, so it's kind of fun. I love that. And then one of the most recent ones we just did was this past week was, we knew we had to do pictures. So we were like, what can we do that'll be fun for the guys that have been working so hard all year? And so we decided take them for breakfast and let's go have some axe throwing time. And we had a good time. They all were just excited to get out of there every day, and they got to bond outside of work, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, I like those team building activities. Yeah, that turkey thing reminds me when I was working for people, we would get a frozen turkey, but it would never, like, they would give it to us on like that Wednesday when we got paid.
So you could use it.
So it wouldn't really be thawed out in time for Thanksgiving. So I'm like, and also when you're like 19 and still living at home, like, what are you supposed to do with the turkey?
Thanks.
So my mom would just throw it in the freezer, and then, eventually it would get used sometime down the road. I think the best Thanksgiving story, though, is my stepdad went bow hunting around Thanksgiving, and he got a turkey. Oh. And my mom had just freshly cleaned the house in preparation for Thanksgiving, and he drug the dead turkey through her freshly washed kitchen and threw it in the bathtub to pick the
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I would not want that job. I'm fine with just the frozen turkey. Right. That's all I can handle.
But it was our only guest bathroom, so like that's where all the comment like this is the dead turkey.
What happened in here?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we got you, Joe.
So
you do. Oh, excellent.
So, Joe, what do you guys do over at Restoration One as a give back, grateful kind of thing for your staff?
We just recently took them to a Blackhawks game. We like to treat them to events. Really, those are the fun things that we like to do. We've done a dinner appreciation dinners multiple times. We were baseball. We've done things like that. Golfing. We love to take them golfing. We like to just do anything we can that kind of sparks their interest and builds camaraderie. I guess really that's our big thing for our employees is building camaraderie and getting everybody together. I don't know. I guess I don't know. We do quite a few things. I mean, bonuses once in a while.
They like to do.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this year is our first year at Steph's Books with employees. So I think we're going to go this year with just the gift card route and give them, a gift card to use to get whatever they may need or want, like a Jewel or something. Because
not a fresh turkey, probably a frozen one.
Yeah, maybe I'll just
at this point
just go get that.
Let's
drag it through
today.
the house.
That's a tough one to get all your employees are fresh turkeys. It seems like they're going and gone now.
That's it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say when you were talking about like doing things. One of the things we did pre-COVID is we have two guys on our group that are band members, and it was pretty cool. So we took them to Ravinia, and we saw ZZ Top in concert. And the two guys that came with us who were band members, they went up front while some lady was leaving, and she gave them tickets, and they got to go back and meet them.
Whoa.
So that was pretty awesome for them. It was a really awesome night for them. So, and they still talk about and love it. So it was pretty cool.
Hi, Christine. Sorry you couldn't be here today. She was maybe gonna swing by, but she's under the weather, so she is at home.
Diarrhea is horrible.
But yeah, I feel like a lot of those team building activities, group activities, really just creates that super like I feel like every time I've ever gone to one, I feel super pumped, excited for like the upcoming year, because usually the owners like will say something and give you guys a little bit of
Kind of the pep
information and
Pep talk. Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Well, let me ask you guys, because you all run sensational small businesses. Is it only during this time of the year that you do that?
Try not to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
It helps if there's a holiday to have it around.
Right.
But yeah, we try not to do it. We try to do it throughout, just kind of extra things
Yeah, that's
here
cool.
and there. I think it's important to do. So like trying to have like a summer party and stuff. I mean, again,
Yeah, we've done simple cookouts.
Yeah.
We took them go-karting one time at like K1 Racing and had a blast there, and that was so much fun racing everybody on go-karts. We've been axe throwing in the summer. We went axe throwing. That was really cool. Nobody lost limbs.
We did like birthdays are like a big thing for me. I like celebrating
Did I
people's
lose you guys?
birthdays. So
We
I'll
can hear him.
we can still hear you, and I'll bring in I'll bring in like some pastries or Starbucks and give them like a little gift card or whatever to get
Yeah.
something for their birthday.
Yeah, ours gets something similar to that, and then we've got some pretty exciting new things that we're going to do in the first of the year. So we're excited.
So are you
what
going to
we're
share them live on air, or
No,
that's
because
a
I
top
probably
secret
should tell
still?
them first.
Yeah.
And let boss man help me to have that conversation.
Oh yeah. Christine says that they go to Top Golf, which she also works with Joe. So yeah, the Christine.
Yeah, that looks like a lot of fun.
Her home away from home office is at Top Golf in Schaumburg. So that's always nice. And that kind of is a great transition into referral partners, because not only do they take their employees there, but they also take some of their top referral partners there.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that you guys at Clean Bee also have a kind of like a program that you do as a thank you for your referral partners.
Yeah, our referral program has been pretty cool. It helps us with our advertising, because we get a lot of advertising just out of our referral program. So to describe it, it's pretty cool because we give 10% of the sale back in a gift card, so it's a gift certificate that never expires, and it can be added with anything when they can have their stuff done. Or they can send it back to me and I'll send them the cash. And I have some amazing clients that I've gotten out of it we had one day, it was cute because she'd never used this before. She had been told about us. She dragged him to like all the neighbors nearby to give estimates to everybody. Most of them booked too, which was awesome. But she's getting a great referral check when it's all done.
Well,
That's awesome.
That's good. Oh, hi, Derek. So Derek, anytime
Derek.
if you want to share what you guys do over at Gold Shield for your employees or referral partners, customers around the holiday season as your thank you and appreciation. Hi, Mom. My mom has been up. She accidentally woke up at 1:00 this morning. She thought it was 4:00. She didn't have her glasses on. So she got up, started doing laundry and whatever. So she's been up for a little while.
She's ready to go. Done.
We're ready to turn in early tonight.
Yeah, so I think after the show, she's going to take a nap.
And here, when it comes to employees, right, it doesn't have to be something elaborate. You don't have to, if you're a small business, you don't have to spend a ton, right? Yeah. I mean, here's
Absolutely.
a hoodie. Or here's a coffee mug with your name etched in it, and there's simple things that don't necessarily you have to take them to Ravinia and spend hundreds of dollars, right? Or you don't have to get a membership to Top Golf necessarily. But there are things.
I mean, we talked about like one of the things I was telling him. I said it's got to be a special occasion, only because you don't want it to be an expectation all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But like, the local business, Riverside Bakery, is one of our kids' favorites. So I was like, how about the next meeting, like in a couple of weeks, we do a Riverside Bakery Day, and I'm going to bring in all kinds of donuts for all of them. I thought, how cool would that be? I'm like, when we have our meeting, we'll just have Riverside Bakery sitting here for you all.
So y'all are the most fit, physically healthy people that I know. You're like, let us bring all this junk in for you guys. Why aren't you eating it? No, we never touch that.
In our defense, there usually is a giant container of fruit right next to that.
I didn't think about that. That's a good point, Ken.
Right. There you go. No, yeah. Right? No, everybody loves a donut. I don't care who you are.
Especially a good one.
But so the idea is, that your team just knows that you're grateful for them,
Mhm.
right? I mean, there's been times, Steph, that you've gotten into your employees' face like, you're up against a deadline. Maybe they've made a mistake. Joe, same with you, I'm sure.
Remember,
That
Joe told the story during the nightmares of somebody
fell
falling
through
through
a
the
roof,
ceiling.
right?
So
So I think it's incredible, and at the bank owners are absolutely this way. It's like, here you go, and we want you to know we're giving you this not because it's the season, but because we really are grateful for how
Mhm.
hard you guys have worked over the last year, and the last, truthfully, for all you all, the last 2 years, 2020 and 2021, have just been kooky years, especially for the types of businesses you all have. So.
Yeah.
right, yeah, it's definitely been an adventure. I mean, when I took my employees out to lunch one day, I was like, "Oh, we have a light day today. Let's just go out to lunch." And we went out to lunch, and one of my employees, her boss has never taken her out to lunch.
Wow.
She didn't know
Wow.
what to do. She felt like, and I'm like, this is just an easy way for us to have a conversation, not in the office, and get to know each other. Like,
Yeah.
what do you like to do outside of work?
Yeah.
Mhm.
What do you like? What's your family like? Where, all these different things, like how, where'd you go to school and whatever, just to get to know people on a more
Yeah.
personal level.
Yeah. Well, it was
Yeah.
great doing what we did, but this is the first year we've had so many employees. And it was hard because I couldn't mingle enough
Sure.
with every single one. I kept trying to move
Mhm.
around, but I know there's people I didn't sit down with. And I was like, we're going to have to do this again because I need to talk to those people I didn't talk to yet. Because Dave's in the office with them more often than I am because I'm on the back side of things. So it's a little different dynamic in that way for us.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And so what are some of the things, since we all are in the McHenry County community, all of our
Mhm.
businesses, what are some things that you guys participate in to give back to the community, whether it's volunteering time or sponsoring things? Or
I like volunteering my time. I don't know if I'm allowed to say exactly what groups I'm in or
Yeah,
not,
you
but
can.
Yeah, you could say
MC5.
anything you want.
MC5. I love that we give back to kin because kin in the Henry Kids in Need is an amazing thing.
Mhm.
And I grew up with life being rough, so I know that it's hard. And they need extra stuff. They need to know that people are out there caring and loving about them. So I'm very passionate about trying to help out wherever I can with that. We tried Toys for Tots last year. It was in our shop. That was not the most successful, unfortunately. It turned out to be all the employees were the only ones who brought gifts, and I kept going to the store and buying more. So I was like, okay. So I've learned that I can donate still, just not at my shop.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I guess.
I definitely like doing that, and I try anytime that I know there's others that need help. I want to give back to them as much as possible.
Yeah.
So
I know that this year for Kids in Need, we're going to be Steph's Books. We're making and donating 150 reindeer candy canes. So we're making candy canes into reindeers for the kids. So this way, then when they take pictures with Santa, then they get like a little unexpected treat and stuff. So that's kind of fun for us to do that. We've also donated some bookkeeping time out there. And then I know that Joe and I participated in a Habitat for Humanity house, and we went and painted the exterior of the house when we were in the YPs together.
Yes.
That was super fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun doing that. But I love doing those kind of projects because it's just things that you can't just throw money in.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Those are kind of great projects. We also do adopt a road. So we have a road in Cary that we adopted and we keep clean. A few times a year we go in there and clean it up, pick up the garbage. So that's a fun one too.
So does anybody ever call you and be like, I saw your sign and your road looks good?
Yes. Scott Lind. He calls me all the time because he lives on the road.
Oh, okay. So the home inspector.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He drives down the road and he goes, I just want to say you guys are out here and they're doing a great job. My road looks beautiful. Thank you very much.
Well, that's good. At least you have a super fan.
Yeah, we have had people that maybe not call and say, "Oh, the road looks great," but they'll say, they'll see our sign that's out there and maybe like give us a ring or something saying, "Hey, wanted to reach out to you about a job, or they have, thanked us before, but nothing really like outspoken like Scott does.
Yeah. I mean, another thing that I also like is that because we're all part of networking groups and everything like that. Tonight is actually a appreciation, like get to know you holiday party for one of the networking groups.
Nice.
So that's just nice to see people outside of the work environment
Yeah.
and like really get to know
Right.
like, and trust them from
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, are these things that you include spouses in?
You can.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you should if they're part of the business I mean, if you can, you definitely should.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
all of us work
important.
with our spouses.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're
Yeah.
all-
Yeah.
There's only a
Yeah.
few I know that don't.
Yeah, by default we all do, but I think any other business owner that doesn't have their spouse in the business, it's definitely something that they may do, may not do, just depending on, I guess, the industry or the type of people that are around that. Like when I was in insurance, my wife never went to the get-togethers and the conferences and the things like that, just because that wasn't a thing. But
We know how
she's
those
totally involved now, so she's at every she's as many places as she can be running the business.
I can
Yeah.
understand that.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, my mom works for a big
I freeze?
corporation, and they do a
No, you're good, Joe.
holiday,
Yeah.
like a holiday party and everything. And so
Oh, I'm back.
my brother always volunteered time at the holiday party to load and unload the trucks and gifts and hand out the stuff. And
Yeah.
I got to be an elf and hand out stuff because I'm
So
elf size. So
I worked for a company, and here's something that you ask, I guess, or you take a look at being grateful. And I worked for a company that always throw a holiday party or Christmas party, and it was always at a golf club, and they had open bar for several hours.
oh yeah, every holiday party I've been to through a big company, they had
Yeah.
open bar.
And
Hi, Eric.
is that something that you guys do as well for your people?
Well, my employee, she's underage, so no, we don't have open bar because otherwise I'd be the only one participating.
She's 7, but she's really good at math. That's good.
No, I don't know. I mean, like I get nervous to do the open bar with my employees when we get big enough because of like I feel like I'm scarred. Like one time when I worked for a company, they had open bar and we went to the Elgin Casino boat and we had the rooms upstairs. Someone wound up getting pregnant. All of a sudden, strippers showed up, and it was like an event.
Talk about being grateful.
Then,
Holy
like,
moly.
When I worked in subprime lending, we would go to Dubuque for our holiday party, and some of the branch managers got so drunk, one of them threw up on the VP's shoes. So, like, I don't know. Like, it makes me nervous because I don't know how people handle their liquor.
My non big ones. I like my local. I'm trying to think if we did. I don't remember if we did it last year or just the year before COVID hit. I'm getting it all kind of blurred. But we took all the team to just out to a local restaurant, supported them and showed them and brought them all in. We had dinner and that was on us. And it was a thank you.
That's cool.
We really appreciate you.
That's cool.
Type thing.
So it looks like Derek with Gold Shield says that they, for their staff, they do jackets in a big red toy box, giving back this year, and we are buying the guys new cameras.
Yeah, nothing says thank you. We are grateful for your work with us than a Polaroid.
But yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming that they probably would be excited. I don't know. I guess it depends on what kind of camera is it.
Got the old Insta.
The vintage ones.
Need to ask what kind of camera are we talking about?
I would like the new Apple phone camera, please.
I guess
there you go.
So this year, what would you say your top like 2 or 3 things are that you're grateful for going into the new year, like personally and or professionally?
Well, personally, professionally, just having the support that we've had through everything and growing as much as we have. We have a fantastic team working for us right now, and I'm so thankful for every one of them. They just all work well together, and anytime you've ever worked in a company that doesn't work well together, it makes a big difference. So I couldn't be more grateful for that. And then, that we're still bringing business in. That's important.
That's important.
It's important. Let's face it.
How many years has it been now?
17 years.
That's
going to
awesome.
be 18 in March,
Yeah.
which is pretty awesome. And, sorry.
No, that is cool.
I was going somewhere else right before you said that.
Steph's been in bookkeeping for 19.
Yeah, I've been bookkeeping for 19. I just had my 19th year anniversary.
Bless you, Eric. I love this man.
So it looks like Eric is grateful for Kent Jones. So
I am grateful for Eric being on the keto diet because he gave me some great Yingling.
Oh yeah, Eric couldn't participate in the last show. He
That's
was
right.
a guest.
Yeah, he had a White Claw.
Yeah, I know. It makes sense for him.
I'm grateful for the health, and I'm, being with the kids and family, being able to see each other again. It was hard not seeing everybody. So I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving and just, being together.
Yeah. What I'm grateful for is, and it's so weird to say, and this may sound cliche, but truly grateful for all the friendships that I've made that are business owners.
Yeah.
Right. Because when you need something, your back's against the wall and you call somebody, and Joe Turner is one of them, I called first, it was my first call, and yeah, man, we got you. We'll, and we'll make sure that we treat you right and get the job done to the A+ standards, right? Derek over at Gold Shield, another one, right? I was just talking with you, Michelle, a little bit, in the green room about, that, let's talk a little bit. Because when you have good friends that own businesses and have expertise that is well beyond yours, it's so huge just to be able to know, comforting to make that call and go, hey, Michelle, and it's like, yeah, here we go,
Yeah.
and that's that, and to whatever that's worth its weight in gold, right there. And even if it's to look at you and go, I don't want to touch that. It's still worth its weight in gold because it's the truth, right? And I'm blessed to with this station to have created those relationships with people. Eric is one as well, where you can actually, if you've got something that needs to get done, you've got a pocket full of people that you just and you're not afraid to go, no, take my check, take my money, right? Because I want you to survive and win and do this, and it's important.
And I think it's great that we have the knowledge to share with the people that we have around us, our family, our friends, our clients, and just, you know them, you trust them, you're comfortable with them, they're going to take fantastic care of them.
Yeah.
So
and even just sitting, being the producer of this show, In the Know with Steph and Joe, which is brought to you through the financial support of our good friends over at Epic Media. With the continued growth of technology these days, it's essential that you have an effective internet marketing strategy in place for your business. Now, Epic Media, they offer an array of services such as web design, social media optimization, branding, several other things. But whether you need a custom website designed or help integrating your social media accounts, these people are the people to call. Check them out at Epic Media Inc. That's epicmediainc.com. And they can help you out. They work with Steph and Joe. They work with a ton of people around there. Just absolutely fantastic. I'm very, very grateful for them as well.
I think just so everybody knows, if Joe isn't talking anymore, he is in a bad cell zone. He just messaged. So since he's driving on the highway, he's trying to participate as much as he can, but Is
he driving home or away from home?
He's driving back. He went to go buy a piece of, I don't know what he said. I think it's a machine of some sort. I'm not really sure what he bought. He told me, but I don't remember. But yeah, I mean, something that I'm super excited for and grateful for this going into the holiday season is that all of us and my whole family, we're going to be all flying to North Carolina, and we are celebrating my grandma's 90th together. Awesome. And so the last time all
Happy
of us,
birthday, Grandma.
That's
awesome.
So she turns 90 on Thanksgiving. So on Thursday. And so the last time all of us were together was probably 3 or so years ago at my cousin's wedding. So this is kind of exciting. I feel like my mom and my aunt might be a little nervous to have me and my brother and the cousins, the original cousins all together because we always seem to get in trouble from child to adult. It doesn't matter. But I feel like it's going to be fun and exciting. I guess for business wise, I'm definitely grateful for the fact that we've grown enough to start bringing on some staff and start expanding into other business ventures with regards to additional services and support that we could offer to people. So I'm excited. I'm definitely excited for my oldest this year. He's going to be moving out in August. But I don't know. I mean, I'm so happy with the bond that my boys have because they have a 15-year age gap. And so Gavin is down in Carbondale celebrating his girlfriend's 21st birthday this week. And so
she is a real person.
Yeah. They've been together for like 3 years. So she's been over many a times. But Eli and I were sitting and talking at dinner the other night, and he doesn't want Gavin to move out. And so I was like, okay, well, we could just slash his tires and he won't be able to leave. And he's like, okay. So when we got back from dinner, he saw Gavin's car in the driveway and he's like, so are we going to do the thing, Mom? Or what are we doing? So I was really nervous because they have such a large age gap. I'm so happy that they,
That's awesome.
have that bond in the relationship. Kent, didn't you do something with your daughters recently
Yeah, my daughters absolutely love them, all three of them. But the 12-year-old can't get a tattoo yet, so we're not going to take her yet. But yeah, so we got tattooed up, right? So one of my favorite artist of all time, right? Garth Brooks, absolutely love him. Garth, thanks for listening. We absolutely love you for that. But I've used the song "The River" as a teaching moment for all my kids, right? So about chasing your dreams and just not being satisfied. So on my arm, I've got "Don't sit upon the shoreline and say you're satisfied." Ashley has on her foot "Choose to Chance the Rapids," and Colette has on her arm "Dare to Dance the Tides." Right, so
you did leave a part for your youngest daughter
and my
eventually.
son. Yeah, and my son.
Oh, you have, okay.
And my son. So I got 4 kids, right?
Okay.
So they can, and my son, half his body's tattooed. So,
so
he'll work it in someplace, I'm sure. But
awesome.
yeah, so I'm grateful that my kids want to be creative and do something that is out of the box a little bit, or want to include me in it.
Oh, absolutely.
Right, which is really very, very, very great.
Very awesome.
Yeah.
Derek is grateful for Eric and his wonderful beard.
He does have a great beard.
And of course, Kent, Steph, Joe, Michelle, and all the very trusted partners in the fields. They are in loving working with you all. Oh, thanks, Derek.
Hey, Derek, did you ever run over
yeah.
to? Did you ever run over to Slim's and get trimmed up? And did he take care of you?
What is that? Is that barber?
Yeah, Slim, the barber shop in Crystal Lake. He does a great job. Yeah. Not that I would know. I don't have. I'm bald. But I went into him a while ago. He took a little off the top.
Yes, he did.
Nice. It's amazing. It's awesome.
All right, well,
good. But so when it comes down to gratitude, gratitude is also gratitude is an action.
Just like when your mom says you're special, Derek.
Yeah.
I'm sure you look amazing.
That's my little boy Derek. Yeah, special. But the difference between being thankful and having gratitude is an action. Right. Mm-hmm. So as business owners, as parents, as spouses, it's about the action towards it. It's not always about, hey, thank you. Words are nice, right? But when you're truly grateful, you tend to show it. There's an action behind it, which is nice.
Yeah, I definitely feel like when you, like Michelle said, when she had those employees that were part of a band, so she clearly listened to them and their passions and all of these things. And then she customized something that they would enjoy. It's not like you just took them to something that you liked and wanted. You took them to something that
and
also
it was such an
drove
unexpected thing to find out that they could go back and meet them. And it was like, oh my God, they were so excited.
but here's the other best thing is they're going to talk with their friends. right? And their friends are gonna be like, oh shit, they haven't done anything for me. You work for the coolest people, right? And then that comes up. They're at church or wherever they're at, and then that comes up, and they go, oh, you should have heard my buddy works for Steph's books, and she did this for them. Steph's books, now it brings that up like, oh, she's cool. Somebody, I don't know, check her out.
Yeah, now people are going to switch their majors and go into accounting.
Yeah.
They're like, accountants are cool.
Yeah.
Right.
But your numbers do it.
So this part, though, I wanted to cover a little bit about navigating through the holiday season as a business owner and somebody that takes and handles all the phone calls and the sales, and having, family coming over, or you're going over to family's houses. Like, this is something I fail at miserably as a business owner. I do not have a proper work-life balance. So I just want to disclaimer that to everybody listening. So whatever I'm about to say that I do, don't listen. I just am curious of how other people handle the holiday season. I know that, like, for Joe, he's 24/7.
Yeah.
So they don't shut down during the holidays. So I don't know if Carrie still fields the phone calls or if they have an answering service that kind of helps her back up.
Oh, Joe's
Oh, there's Joe.
I'm here. So yeah, so we do it 24/7. We do have a call service that'll help during the day, but night times it's pretty much, my wife will field every call still. But we don't necessarily have to be in. We don't necessarily have to schedule a job. So everything could be full on just emergencies, which do happen, and we do have on call. And we're grateful for all of our staff that field and take those and handle it and make us the 24/7 company we are. But yeah, it's it. We're it. We're there.
You guys got I know I've seen posts on Facebook recently warning everybody about the fried turkeys and
going through my head.
all that kind of stuff, because I know that's a call that you get after the aftermath of the fried turkey. So
yeah, hopefully they're doing the fried turkey in the driveway and they do it right. But no, we do get calls for fried turkeys. We get calls for Christmas trees that dry out and light on fire. We get calls for you name it. So it's all throughout the holidays, and it just goes. It gets more and more busy during the holidays.
I know we kind of touched on this when our moms were on, but your family seems pretty understanding of the fact that, like, if you or Carrie need to step out and take a call during Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas dinner or Hanukkah dinner, it seems like your mom seemed like she was pretty understanding to that lifestyle with your dad being a firefighter.
Absolutely. We when I was a kid, we had the Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's meals and whatnot were at the firehouse if my dad was working, and they just do. So we know, and then if the bell went off while we were eating dinner, all the firefighters stood up and went and did their job, and it was the normal thing. And all of us kids and the spouses stayed behind and watched from the window. So yes, it is a very normal thing in my family. My wife took a little bit of getting used to it, but she owns it now. It's like her life. She knows it, she runs it, and she owns it. She does it. So yeah.
So Eric wants to know if it's bad if he fries the turkey in the living room next to his Christmas tree. I'm sure, Eric, while you're drinking your White Claws, I'm sure it'll be fine. You could just use that to put the fire out. But I know that your wife is a very smart woman, so I know that she would not allow that to take place.
I was gonna say, she personally probably already has that fire extinguisher underneath her sink ready to go.
It cut out, so I didn't hear what I was not allowed to be doing, but I'm pretty sure it probably is something that I would be doing anyway.
Oh, no. Eric wants to fry his turkey in the living room next to his Christmas tree, and he'd like to get some thoughts on that from you as a restaurant.
Sounds like a great idea. I look forward to the job. I look forward to that job.
Okay, Eric. Joe, give him the office number Tell them don't call your
Yeah, 847-264-4664. You'll talk to my wife 24/7.
So Michelle, what's it like? What's it look like for you and Dave during the holiday season? Because your mother-in-law is the one that manages your phones.
Yeah.
So what happens during the holidays then? Do you guys?
We don't answer. I mean, I guess if they call during Thanksgiving, she'll, at the end of the day, she'll, check the phone. But because of the type of business we are, it's not, we don't have to be on 24/7.
So you're able just to listen to the message and call back or email or whatever.
Yeah. So, I mean, typically we slow down once the tree goes up. That's usually how it is. Most people don't have their carpets cleaned because the tree's in the middle of the room.
I guess
usually how it goes. So we pick up in other areas and do other things at that point. But yeah, she does pretty good. We kind of have, in the beginning, we always answer the phone. But as the time has gone on and the years have gone by, it's been nice to be able to say, you don't have to answer it on Thanksgiving. You don't have to answer it on Christmas. Those are your family times, So it's really nice being able to give that to her to do. So.
Yeah. You guys do you still take client calls during the holidays? I mean, I know the bank kind of shuts down or.
Yeah. If the phone rings, we pick it up. You're making money. If if you don't answer, somebody else is making money. So
yeah, I mean, we'll get calls. Someone's just had our carpets in, and I'm sure Dave could tell you tons of stories of the wine that got on someone's carpet, and it's instantly okay. Where can we get out there and take care of them? So I mean, and we'll do that kind of stuff, but it's not that often that we have to worry about it. It happens, but it's not all the time.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if it's in the middle of Thanksgiving, it's not like if somebody spilled red wine, you're going to bring the machines out and clean that up that same night. I guess it could wait until the morning. Derek says it never fails, that they always get calls. Yeah, I guess. I mean, if people's furnaces go out, because Derek, you man the phones at night, right? Because you have a call center during the, at times too. Because I know that Derek said, Derek's wife Kiki has told me about Derek's phone going off at 2 a.m. So, I mean, thankfully we don't typically have like bookkeeping emergencies where we get calls in the middle of the night. But I don't know if it's because I'm a younger business, only 4 years in, and I just feel that I have just a sense of anxiety if I don't answer the phone, because then I feel like they're going to click the next Google listing and they're going to call that person. But I also feel like there needs to be some boundary and expectation that it is a holiday. And if you're off of work with your family, it's very likely that I would also be off of work with my family.
It depends on the business. I understand. I mean, Joe's business is, and even Derek's, is 24/7. I mean, when you think about it, so where we are a little different in the way our business is done. So that, that makes a lot of sense. If you would want that 24-hour service, by all means.
Yeah. My apologies. Derek does not use a call center. That it's either him, Jess, or Magda. So you will get an actual Gold Shield employee 24/7 on that phone. So yeah, I don't know. I just, like, when I first opened the business, I feel like my mom would give me the look. Like if we were out and about and doing things and whatever, I would get the look because I would be on my phone. Like we went just before COVID hit, we went to SeaWorld in California, me, my mom, Eli, and my dad. And I had to explain this thing on a client's reports to them while we're watching Shamu jump through hoops and whatever. And my mom was like, one, how do you have that all memorized? Number one. And number two, you're at SeaWorld. And I'm like, but my clients don't know that I'm not at my office. They think I'm at my office. It's a Tuesday afternoon. Yeah. Like, it's not like...
They don't know my personal schedule, Mom. I'm sorry.
It's not like it's a Sunday. Yeah. I'm like, nobody's going to take the calls but me. So it's just, because my previous employer, there was a level of expectation that we had to answer the phone no matter what. Like, because the owners chose to spend the holidays, like, in the office for part of the day and stuff, and they expected some of their higher level employees to do the same. And I felt like that was a very unfair expectation to put on the
Okay.
staff. Like, I don't think it's a problem to have an on-call staff and it's scheduled out and you have a rotating schedule and rotating staff, because I've done that before, you know, where maybe I'll have Christmas on the phones, but then I won't have, you know, Memorial Day on the phones, or, you know, whatever, however your holiday schedule works out at the company you work for. But I just feel like as an owner, if you choose to do that and put that expectation, then you should kind of take the brunt of that responsibility and not put that on the staff during times when they would normally be off, or offer them some type of pay for that holiday time or whatever, or the bonus pay or something to answer the phones. I feel like there's some give and take with that. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I have a pretty awesome mother-in-law who takes the phones with her on her vacations. The only time she couldn't was when she was traveling back before COVID hit. She was doing she was overseas cruising and in all kinds of different time zones. And at that point, we're like, yeah, you can't take the phones. It was too difficult for her. But she'd go to Hawaii and take the phones. She'd go to California and take the phones. She's pretty awesome with it. I mean, and it wasn't required. It was just, it worked out that she's like, yeah, I'll take the phones. No big deal. You take them home on the plane and take them when I get there on the ground. I'm like, okay. You know?
Yeah.
So it always worked out great. But we did try, when we first started, we tried the whole travel with mom and with the kids and Dave and I, and that was very difficult because Dave was on the phone, mom was on the phone, and I was entertaining the kids. All four twins were playing in that little Bugs Life area for a very long time. So, I mean, it was a very good learning process of this is very difficult.
Yeah.
Right. But at the same time, this is your passion. This is,
Yeah.
you know, and when you work for somebody, the passion isn't there quite the same. So
Correct.
I don't understand why you're taking that call. Right. But this is your passion. So it's like, yeah. And what I remember listening to Alice's dad on the phone. He was a chemical engineer for 3M for many, many years. And he would walk people wherever you're at. He would get a call because he knew, okay, so you're looking at the screen. Okay, there's a red thing, you know, and he just starts going to get the machine or, you know, the process rebooted. But that's the passion.
Yep.
And when you don't understand that passion, or you're not as grateful for that passion, you look at it and go, well, that's disturbing. Now, the other thing is your kids, that's mom and dad's life. This is what they do. It's not out of the ordinary, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, as long as you're allowing some time, you know, you're not ignoring the kids.
Oh, yeah.
This is what's typical. So when you're an outside person, you're grateful to have the time off because you're not slaving away. But as a business owner, you're grateful to have the time off, and a quick call doesn't interrupt it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, yeah, I mean, it doesn't bother me when I get a call or an email or something. I just respond and then keep my day going.
Yeah.
I don't really think much of it. I mean,
Right.
like I've told the story before when Rich and I were getting married and my boss called me and I'm like talking to him about a job, and I had to literally hand my cell phone to my wedding planner person from the hotel as the gates were opening for me to walk down the aisle, because I was trying to figure out what happened to this tile shipment for a job. And, you know, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
I
what it
mean,
is.
I feel like that's kind of been a big chunk of my working life, even as an employee, has just been making myself available to clients, or so transitioning it into a business owner really hasn't changed much.
But I mean, a lot of people who don't own a business will also sit there and enjoy a baseball game, right? And you go to Wrigley and you watch the Cubs. A business owner goes there and you're sitting there in your chair watching the game, and all of a sudden something clicks and you're like, hey, this is business. Here, you know, you start thinking of ways to better your business, or you know, something falls into place.
Hard to turn it off.
It's hard to turn it off.
Hard to turn it off.
I mean, you know, my family thinks I'm crazy because I listen to every type of radio that's out there. I listen to podcasts constantly to, for this business. How does it work? And it drives can we just listen to music? No. We get, listen, I'm trying to figure this out. And then I start hearing things and go, oh, this would be great, or do this, or I like how they did that. So especially when you're creative, as you two ladies are, and I know Joe is as well, that marketing mind, you start kind of everything. You never really turn it off. Everything is an opportunity to expand, grow, and make your business
I'm
better.
going to go with it. You should be concerned if that's not happening.
Yeah, right.
Well, this would be a good time for Joe to do the widget machine, but
Yeah.
There you go. We should just pre-record it and put it as like one of your
Sound
buttons.
effects.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like navigating through the holidays. I don't know. I think as we've gotten older too. I mean, like one of my cousins, he works kind of a high profile job. I mean, he's a homicide detective, so he gets phone calls, random hours, times, whatever. And all those kind of things. So it's not like he can't turn it off. He can't answer the phone.
The call's going to come in. What are you going to do?
So I feel like as we've all gotten older and everything and developed our career paths, I guess I'm really thankful that my family, especially my boys, are very supportive of it. Sometimes, though, if I go a little too over the line, Eli will be like, "Mommy, I'm serious. I will throw the laptop in the garbage." So then I know it's time. It's time to get off the computer. And
he would.
Yeah. Yes. And I'm thankful of the fact that we never pushed our kids to join us in our company, and never thought that, it was always, if they wanted to help or do things, that's what we wanted. And we have 2 of them now that are working with us. And it's really cool. I love it. I think it'll be neat to see where it all goes and watch them grow. So,
yeah. Because I think my oldest, he's definitely going in a completely different field. He's going into more of he's going into ecology. So he's going into more of like an outside, wilderness kind of environment. Wow. But I think that Eli has some of the traits of an accountant with regards to his OCD and structure and rules. So he's very black and white in that aspect.
Yeah.
So I feel like he may possibly go down that road as time progresses. And I guess if neither one of them take it over when I retire, then I don't know. I guess I'll replay the show that we did a few months ago and get ready to sell.
That's right. That's right. The exit strategy is where it's at.
Yep.
Yeah. That's fantastic. Of course, you're listening to 21.6 Net. This is In the Know with Steph and Joe. Joe out on assignment. We've lost him, so he's it's top secret. We don't know his whereabouts, but he's in a place now in the United States where obviously, or maybe not the United States, but some place where there's not any cell reception. And sitting in studio, Coach Michelle. Michelle, let people know what you do. Let them know how to get in touch with you because you're awesome.
Thank you. Michelle with Clean Bee, carpet cleaning, upholstery, tile and grout, and area rug specialist, and fiber protector. We clean all your textiles and we protect them. I mean,
there you go.
It's pretty much what we do. The best way to get a hold of us is to call the office, 815-578-0233, or our emails that we want to.
Yeah, throw that up
which
there.
Is www.cleanbee.net. Give us a call.
What was it was 815-578
0233.
0233. And let me just tell you, these people have gone out to the White House to do work. So it ain't like these are slouches, folks. They have done some pretty, they've been invited to some pretty incredible stuff. So absolutely. Yeah. They know what they're doing. Hey, if you can go be asked to come in and clean the White House.
This is a pretty cool experience. That's
then
for sure.
you kind of know what you're doing. Maybe.
Yeah.
Not run the White House, clean it.
Yeah.
Just fix the carpet so they match colors.
Carpet's one thing, the rest of it.
That's right. Absolutely. Of course, we got to thank our good friends at Epic Media, Inc. With the continued growth of technology these days, it's essential that you have an effective internet marketing strategy. Whether you need a custom website designed or help integrating your social media accounts to your business marketing program, they're the ones to contact. Look them up at epicmediainc.com. I think we've covered all the bases there now, right?
Oh.
So next week is, of course, going to be Black Friday. And what's happening, I think, is a best of In the Know with Steph and Joe. Is that correct, Steph?
Yes. Yeah,
Yes.
we're going to be doing a pre-recorded or a rerun
Yeah.
of the show, and then we will pick back up in December.
Yes.
But I am drawing a blank on what we will be
It's in the
covering, but I
calendars.
guess it will be a surprise for
There'll
everybody.
be a new show coming.
Oh, I think we're going to be diving into team building a team, and figuring out how to manage and navigate that team and that environment. So I think that that's kind of what we're going to be talking about, and kind of developing a new year, new business kind of strategy.
Yeah.
So it'll be a fun couple of shows in December.
Yeah, I think that's wonderful. I think it's amazing. And of course, In the Know with Steph and Joe is all about that small business development. And when you have a small business, such as you all do, all the hosts here, what's the one thing that you all are grateful for that when you started the business you never thought you'd be grateful for? Good question.
I think the interesting relationships that I developed with clients, like knowing more about my clients than just their business, like knowing more about their personal life, their kids, their things. And I think developing that like deeper level of connection with a lot of our clients is something that I'm definitely grateful for, because I feel like then we could be a better support system to them at certain times.
That's cool.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah. I mean, and I always had a connection with people, and I would surprise them by telling them I had 2 sets of twins. But with the business, I never thought that I would grow into the position that I do with marketing and stuff, that I would have such a passion for sharing and loving what I do. I mean, it was quite the surprise for me, and I enjoy that. I'm grateful that I have found this part of me that I never knew existed. Yeah. And it's been cool. And that's where that passion comes from. I really love what I do. Love working with my husband. I couldn't be more grateful to work with him. And just watching the guys grow, watching the team. I'm so grateful for that. I mean, seeing the ones that started from high school who are now grown men having their second, married and having their second kid, I think is phenomenal. I'm so excited to watch that happen. It's like their family. In so many ways, they've become family, and it's just cool to watch that and see that.
So when you were younger, and Saturday it was chore day, did you always enjoy vacuuming the carpet?
No.
She's like, I love
this. I was the one doing everything. No.
Right? I always ask, right? I mean, you know.
I mean, well, clearly you learned when my mom was here. I was a very structured child.
Very structured, yes.
Right?
But I mean, you and Dave were like, hey, this is great. I love vacuuming. I want to do the vacuuming.
Yeah. I mean, I also didn't think that I would ever have a radio show after building the business, because especially like when we initially attempted to do this whole thing together, we were like, oh yeah, we'll just, we pre-record these things and it'll just give you like little tips and tricks of information on bookkeeping. And then I discovered that pre-recorded stuff, not so good at, because everything sounded like a question, even my name. Yeah. Like, I'm like, I am Stephanie. Like, it was really bad.
We could play some bloopers.
I think Kent sent me a blooper reel of it, and then from there the radio show just kind of grew and developed, and I really am excited and happy that we're able to reach so many other small business owners and kind of help them and give our 2 cents, because I feel like I definitely...
The content you guys give is phenomenal.
Amazing.
I mean, I love listening.
It's amazing.
It's pretty cool. And you keep it fun, which is awesome.
I feel like Joe and I don't hold back in the aspect of like our mistakes or learning experiences or whatever you want to call them as we've grown into our business. And I feel like it helps other people be able to be more honest and take a step back and look at it like, oh, well, this is normal. These other business owners have gone through this, and I'm not on my own island, and I'm able to then, they did this and this and were able to overcome it, and, and nobody died or got arrested. So it was fine.
Yeah, you
Nobody
need that
died.
by all means.
Or
Sometimes you
gonna.
feel like you're drowning if you don't. So it's
Yeah.
awesome to hear
Yeah.
it and know, okay, I'm not alone.
No.
Not
Yeah.
alone on this island.
Well, I guess thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks so much
Yeah.
for being my special guest.
Thank you for having me.
And
Exciting.
I guess have a happy and safe Thanksgiving, and be careful with them fried turkeys.
Definitely.
That's it. Of course, this has been In the Know with Steph and Joe. Thanks for getting caught in the net with us here this afternoon. Tomorrow, no new shows tomorrow, but come back on Sunday for Lisa's Changing Perceptions, Fellowship of Faith's Hour of Worship, and then Metaphysical Meanderings, new time, new day, 11:30 a.m. on Sunday. For all of us here, 21.6 Net, enjoy and happy Thanksgiving to our American listeners. And, well, have a happy week if you're not in America.
Yeah.